Right now, joined by Amani Toomer, and you can listen to Amani on NBC Sports Radio, the 24/7 live sports talk network at NBCSportsRadio.com. Download the NBC Sports mobile app today. Trade wins, Amani. A lot of times in the NFL, we don't see a lot of trades, but it was busy at the trade deadline, including Howie Roseman going out and getting Jay Ajayi. So let's get your reaction to what the Eagles did going out and getting Jay Ajayi. And what does it say about the Dolphins that they were willing to give him up for a fourth-round pick?
They panicked a little bit. They're in panic mode. You don't trade your starting running back who was ripping off 200-yard games last year. I just don't. I don't understand why you would do that. The injury situation you had with your quarterback, now you're exacerbating it by the fact that you're getting rid of your. It reminds me a lot of what the Eagles did with Chip Kelly, getting rid of all their players and then finding a roster devoid of talent. But for the Eagles, I love it. I think the Eagles, they're in a win now mode, and that not only is it a good for what they actually have and how their offense is going to work better with two really quality running backs, but now you have everybody in your locker room thinking, oh my God, it's not just us that's really buying into this team. Our front office is starting to really buy into us. We must be doing something really good. And they're the best team in the NFC. And I mean, if I was in that locker room, I'd be super excited right now, thinking that my organization, my coaching staff, the whole organization is behind this particular team to do something that no Philadelphia Eagles team has ever done. That's win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's almost, the one question always is the Eagles have a lot of harmony. You've probably been in a locker room where something got kind of shaken up a little bit. There were some reports that, Gase was kind of down on Ajayi because he didn't think he was putting in the time. I guess when you have a good locker room, you make the statement right away that, hey, you're coming into a good spot. Don't bring us down.
Yeah, no, usually when you're around a bunch of guys and you know that they're all in, you don't want to be that guy that's the only one, the only descender, especially on a winning organization. So you go in there, it's like when you go to the Patriots, everybody straightens up because they're like, hey, this is my opportunity to win. When you go to Miami, you're like, we ain't winning anyway, so I might as well do my own thing. So you go to an organization where they're winning, you're like, okay. All right, I'm be all right. I'm not going to be the one to take this ship down.
Amani Toomer, NBC Sports Radio, is with us here. So the Eagles are 7-1. They'll play Denver this week. Then they have their bye week, and then they'll have the stretch run where they'll play Dallas twice down the end. If you're looking at Philly and Dallas right now, I know Dallas is a little murky with the Ezekiel Elliott situation, kind of in limbo right now, but it looks like he could be out for at least the first time they play. How do you size those two teams up for the stretch run?
I think I don't care if Zeke's in or not. They still, Zeke is a special player, but if you have, I think that matchup is good regardless of if Zeke's in or not. Is what I'm trying to say. I think that Philadelphia Eagles team is good. I think the defense especially the pass rush, that the unexpected pass rush that they've been getting in Dallas is going to make a difference in that team.
Yeah, they have actually, surprised on defense. Someone said the other day, I don't know what Marinelli does with that defense, but he's got to get a lot of credit here. And then, of course, the Eagles with the loss. We talked about it last week. Jason Peters, a lot of things can change. That second half of the year, what changes in the game from the first half of the year? When you look at teams and the way the league kind of grinds it a little differently, what changes in that second half of the season?
What changes is you kind of show your card. You know what the other team really wants to do when all comes to all. In a clutch situation, they're showing you what they really believe about themselves. So now you know that the pitcher is a fastball pitcher. Now you just got to work on hitting the fastball. So when you're playing a team and you see you have 8 games worth of tape on them, they kind of define themselves. And now you can create a plan, a strategy to really give yourself a good opportunity to defend or to attack a defense.
Amani Toomer is with us, getting ready for Eagles and Broncos. Looks like the Broncos are going to go to Brock Osweiler over Trevor Siemian, by the way. That was announced earlier today. We saw Garoppolo go from New England out to San Francisco. What is the message in New England now? It looks like Brady is, there for the long haul. Do they believe that Brady's going to be there for a multiple amount of years?
They do, or else it's one of two things. Either that, or they never really believed that much in Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yep.
And this was all a sham. And this is something they've done before. I mean, they did it with Ryan Mallett. They did it with
Castle.
Matt Castle. They've done it. They've done it a lot of times, and people keep falling for it. What did George Bush say? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. That's what I look at when I'm thinking about the San Francisco 49ers.
All right.
Shame on you.
A couple quickies, Amani. I'm going to give you a couple of teams, 6-2. You tell me if you're buying in. Minnesota, yay or nay?
No, because I don't think at the end of the day their quarterback is going to be able to, make big plays in big games.
That's Minnesota. New Orleans, 5-2.
I believe in Minnesota. Anytime you can win,
New Orleans.
I believe in New Orleans. Anytime you can win 5 games in a row, that's impressive, man. It's really impressive, and I think Sean Payton has got that team humming. And I played with Sean Payton. I know how talented he is. I know how great of a motivator he is. I like it.
Rams, 5-2.
I'm a little more apprehensive about the Rams. Early on in the season with the Rams, everybody's talking about how great Jared Goff was playing. Now that you look at Jared Goff, he's okay. He's playing well. But is he playing like the first pick of the draft? I don't know. I'd take Carson Wentz over him every day of the week and twice on Sunday.
Last one, Buffalo, 5-2. Amani, you buying in or not?
I'm not buying in on Buffalo. I love Tyrod Taylor. I love Shady McCoy. I love the way their defense turns the ball over. But they're still in the same division as the New England Patriots. And I do not think they're going to overcome that. Will they make the playoffs for the first time since 1999? I think that might be a possibility. But when I'm talking about buying in to me means more than just making the playoffs and being a one and done.
Baby steps for the Bills. He's Amani Toomer. You can hear him on NBC Sports Radio, the 24/7 live sports talk network at NBCSportsRadio.com. Download the NBC Sports Radio mobile app today. Amani, good catching up, pal.
Thanks a lot, Mike.